Ferrari's marquee signing, Lewis Hamilton, has once again commanded headlines after delivering a startling self-assessment in the wake of a turbulent run of results in the 2025 Formula One season. The seven-time world champion stunned the paddock when he described his own performance as useless following another frustrating weekend, a remark that drew an immediate rebuttal from F1 analyst and insider James Hinchcliffe, who was quick to defend Hamilton's pedigree. "No one in the sport believes Lewis has forgotten how to race," Hinchcliffe insisted. "No one considers him useless apart from Lewis himself. That perception is simply not shared by his team, rivals, or experts." Hamilton's stark comments arrive at the end of a bruising fortnight before the summer break. At the Belgian Grand Prix, the Britons suffered the humiliation of failing to progress from Q1, only to recover through shrewd tyre calls and a bold strategy to finish inside the top 10. The following weekend in Hungary, however, turned into a disaster. Unable to escape Q2 and hampered by the notoriously tight layout of the Hungaroring, Hamilton languished in the midfield while his teammate Charles Leclerc soared to Ferrari's first pole position of the season. In a moment of self-deprecation, Hamilton openly questioned his worth after qualifying in Budapest. "Yes, I'm useless, completely useless. The team has no problem. This car can take pole. Maybe the only thing that needs changing is the driver." The remarks were delivered half in jest, but carried a sting of frustration that has defined Hamilton's first half-season in red. His words also hinted at deeper unease within Ferrari, fueling speculation about internal pressures and the adaptation process that comes with switching teams after over a decade at Mercedes. Despite his own criticism, the numbers paint a more nuanced picture. In the first half of the season, Hamilton has shown flashes of the form that made him one of the sport's most decorated drivers. He came within a whisker of claiming pole at Silverstone, missing out only after a mistake in the final sector, and outqualified Leclerc in 3 of the 4 races prior to Hungary. Hinchcliffe believes Hamilton's struggles are less about raw speed and more about adjustment. He's adapting to a completely new environment, a different culture, and a car that requires a contrasting driving style. It's not a case of losing ability. What we're seeing is the natural teething process of a champion finding his feet again. Comparisons with younger rivals only exacerbate the scrutiny. While Hamilton is still adapting to Ferrari machinery, George Russell is thriving at Mercedes, consistently outpacing expectations and earning plaudits for delivering career-best performances. Beating Lewis head-to-head and at circuits where Hamilton has historically been strong is a significant achievement for Russell, Hinchcliffe observed. It's as much a reflection of Russell's progress as it is Hamilton's difficulties. Hamilton's remarks, though self-critical, underline the pressure he feels to deliver immediate results at Ferrari. For a driver who built his legacy on relentless competitiveness and mental resilience, openly branding himself useless is as much an expression of frustration as it is a rallying cry to silence doubters. As the season resumes after the break, the challenge for Hamilton will be to harness his experience and adapt more seamlessly to the Ferrari package. History suggests writing off Lewis Hamilton is a mistake. His career is a catalogue of comebacks from championship battles decided on the final lap to title charges sparked by adversity. For now, the Briton remains in the spotlight, his words echoing louder than his results. But if there is one constant in F1, it is that champions rarely stay down for long. The coming races will reveal whether Hamilton's Hungarian despair was merely a low point or the beginning of an extraordinary resurgence in Ferrari red. Hamilton's blunt comments reflect a driver at a crossroads, struggling to find consistency but still capable of brilliance. His harsh self-criticism may be masking a deeper frustration with Ferrari's structure and performance culture, hinting that integration has not been seamless. Yet the expert consensus remains firm. Hamilton is far from finished. If anything, his remarks could be the spark that reignites his season. Hamilton's candid confession has sparked a broader conversation across the paddock about the pressures faced by veteran drivers in a sport increasingly dominated by youth and technology. While some critics have questioned whether age or recent rule changes might be affecting his performance, insiders emphasize that Hamilton's struggles are more situational than symptomatic. Team dynamics at Ferrari also play a pivotal role. Unlike Mercedes, where Hamilton spent over a decade shaping the car around his preferences, Ferrari presents a new set of engineering philosophies and performance priorities. Adjusting to these nuances while maintaining peak competitive form is a challenge that cannot be underestimated. Despite the setbacks, Hamilton's racecraft remains intact. His ability to extract maximum performance from strategic decisions, tyre management, and overtaking opportunities continues to distinguish him from midfield rivals. Analysts note that even in difficult weekends, Hamilton's presence in the top 10 can often turn into valuable points for Ferrari's Constructors' Championship ambitions. Looking forward, the remainder of the season will test not just Hamilton's adaptability but also his psychological resilience. With the championship landscape more competitive than ever, the Briton's response to adversity could define his legacy at Ferrari, proving that experience and determination remain just as crucial as raw pace in Formula One.